Hi, you guys. Beb Obsessed Princess here. I'm really trying to adhere to my recording schedule, so yay me on that. So I'm trying to gonna do a tutorial video for my butterfly, long awaited or whatever. But people asked me to do this like 2 years ago or whatever. But this one is broken, so maybe this is why I'm doing another one. So yeah. So for this project, you're gonna need about 5 strings per wing, or you can make your wings bigger. And plus the cobra stitch. So you're gonna need 2 strings for the cobra stitch, because or one. It doesn't really matter. It depends on how you do your cobra stitches. You need to know how to do your rocket ship stitch, how to add strings in and take them out. Twisted cobra stitch, like I said, regular cobra stitch, and you need to know how to join things together. Okay, so I already did 3 of my wings, so this is gonna just be one, because basically once you do one wing, it's the same thing for all the rest of them. I just chose some basic colors for this. Well, I think that just broke. Anyways, blue. I don't really know the names of them because I took them off the spools. And yellow. Okay, so what you're going to start doing is you're going to start your square stitch. My square stitch is all blue, basically. Your base strings need to kind of be long. I think all of these are about maybe 3 feet. But because you have to add the strings in. So since you're going to be joining projects together, you need to, do them opposite. Like, you need to do one square stitch starting from the left and one square stitch starting from the right. So they'll join together after you're done and stuff. So hopefully you know how to add projects together. I'm assuming you do. So when you do your square stitch, you're going to do four square stitches. And I'm going to cut it off while I do this. Okay, so I did my 4 stitches. It should look something like this. And what I was telling you earlier about having to join them together, before you get too far, you don't really want to, not have them joining together. So what you want to do is when you've done an even amount of stitches, 2, 4, 6, whatever, whatever you deem to be, better for you. You want to, if you've already done another wing, you want a completed wing. See, this is one of my completed wings. You want to make sure, you want to compare them together side by side. You want to make sure a string, the outside string, one is coming out on the left-hand side the side closest to you, and the side furthest away from you. You want to make sure that they're coming out on 2 different sides. And that's how you know they'll be able to join together, because the stitches I did in this is totally even or whatever. So that's not what you mean. So once you've done your 4 stitches, okay, you're gonna, oh yeah, and also I did my wings in a different way. You can do yours, all 4 of your wings the same, but I did mine a different way. I have, I added like a whole strand of yellow here, and then on this one I kind of went back and forth or whatever. But you can do yours all this way, or whatever way you want to. So anyways, you want to take, I'm doing this, the back and forth method right now, because I already did my full one. So you want to take your string that you're going to add in, which is, mine is going to be, I'm trying to find one that's not super short. But not also super long either, which is ridiculous. Okay, so mine is going to be yellow. And what you want to do is, the side that you made the longest on your blue, you want to turn that one so it'll be the outside strings. So like this. And you want to turn the middle of your yellow. And you want to lay it in between, well, diagonally in between the 2 strands that are on the inside. So like this. And you're going to start your stitch. These 2 is your long strands. The 2 long ones is long strands. And you're going to just bring them over. like you would a normal square stitch, and then you're going to start weaving it through. You're going to start with your blue that's on the outside, that's on the inside, and you're going to go the yellow that you're putting in. You're going to be holding in the new strings you just put in with your thumb because you don't want it to slip out. Then you're going to do the other side of your yellow, and then the other side of your blue. And you're going to tighten it up. But not super tight because you don't want it to bubble over on you. So after you add that strand, it just should look like this. Which like I said, I really wish this camera would focus, but it's being super. I need a new camera, you guys. But hopefully you understand what I'm saying here. And you're gonna do 4 of those. So you've already did 1, so you're gonna do 3 more. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I just did my other 3 strands, and so your project should start to look like this, with like some yellow peeking in on the other side or whatever. So what you're going to do, you add another string in, which this time is going to be my blue because I'm doing a little switchy swatch method or whatever. And you're going to do 4 of those. Well, you're going to do the starting stitch, you're going to add it in, and then you're going to do 3 more, which is totaling up to 4. So I guess I'll show you one more time how to add a string in if you didn't get it the first time. Then the other times I'm just going to cut it out. If I can find a string. That's way too little. Okay, so yeah, blue. So like I said, what you're going to do is you're going to pick the middle of the project. Find your centers. Then you're going to put it in between the string you just added in last. So the yellows. And you're going to just toss your other sides across. And you're going to start with the, wait a second. Okay, that just looks crooked, I guess. Yep, it is crooked. Because it looked weird. Like I said, you got to hold down the new string with your thumb. You're going to start with the side closest to you. And you're going to weave that through with your blue, your yellow, then you're going to do the blue that you're adding in now from the side to and you're going to do the side closest to you, then blue again that you're holding down with your thumb. I hope you can really see this. I'm not sure. I really have to, like I said, I need a better camera and do better tutorials. Then you're going to do the other yellow that you just put in between. That's coming from the side closest to you. And blue again. And then pull it tight. But like I said, not too tight. So it should look like this. And then you're going to do 3 more of them, and I'll be back. Oops, I meant 3 more stitches, but I'm quite sure you know what I meant. It's just blah. But like I said, I'll be back. Okay, so I did my other 3 stitches. So like I said, your project should be looking sort of like this, like a triangle kind of sort of or whatever. Like the beginning of rocket slip stitch. And so I'm going to add another string in, which is going to be yellow, which I'm not going to show on screen. I'm just going to do off screen because if you didn't already know how to add strings, then I feel like you should have gotten the gist of it by now because it's pretty easy. So, like I said, you're going to do, okay, ain't doing bad. So you're going to add that strand in, just like the other ones. And then after you do that, you're going to do 3 more stitches. And I'll be back. So after you've done that, If you've done your your other 3 stitches, like I say, your project should be coming along. And be looking like this. So this is the last strand I'm going to add in on this project. I mean, you can make yours longer if you want. I don't really care, but this is the last strand Tashi's going to add in. So the last is going to be blue. And I'm not going to show this on camera, but basically once you add this strand, you're going to be doing 8 of these. So once you add it in, you know, technically if you add it in, it's going to be 7. But so I'm going to do my 8 with this, and I'll be back. Okay, so I just did my 8 stitches. So like I said, your project should be looking like this, with the blue like extra long up in the middle. Pretty. Kitties, now listen to me. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to start taking out strings, essentially. So the blue that you just added in, these 2 middle strings right here, is what you're going to be taking out. So you can just hold them in your mouth or whatever you want to do to put them aside. But you're essentially just going to be doing a square stitch around them without including them in. Make sure they're not in between the 2 loops that you're trying to make. That's what I just did. My bad. Anyways, yeah. Okay. So, now you can put them in your mouth. Okay. Get the yellow on the side of the blue that you got in your mouth, and you're going to weave that through. Or the string, because like I realized you might not be doing yellow. And you're going to pull that tight. It's going to look a little weird your first stitch. It's going to look like it's not as tight as it should be. That's perfectly normal, so don't freak out or anything. Okay, so if you did it right, what you should have, like the blue that you have out, your yellow that's in the middle now or whatever, they should be on top of the blues, like a mirror or whatever. But yeah, so you're gonna do 4 more stitches like that, and I'll be back. Okay, so I've done that. So you see the strings on the outside that you took out. And what you could do, you can cut them off now. I use fingernail clippers to try to get as close to the quick as I can. But I most time cut mine off after I've taken out all the strings that I'm going to take out for the project. But you can cut them off now if they're getting in your way or anything like that. So what you're going to do now is you're going to take out another string, which is going to be your center. It's always going to be your center string. And essentially you're going to keep doing that until you get down to brick. It's a brick stitch until, what is it, like 6 strings, I think. No, wait. Yeah, 6 strings. 2 on the inside, 2 on the outside. But, I mean, 4 on the inside, 2 on the outside. You know what I mean? But you're going to keep doing that. And so you're going to do your starting stitch, and then you're going to do your 3 stitches, and then you're going to take out a string. And like I said, and keep doing that until you get to brick stitch. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'll be back. Okay, so after you've got down to super brick, I made a mistake or whatever, but you're gonna keep going, and you're gonna still do your 3 more stitches after you got, taking out that last strand that got you the super brick, and then you're still gonna take out your middle strand. I forgot I went all the way down the square. I really need to make like a schematic on how I did my projects and stuff like that before I record videos, but I'm learning. But so yeah, you're gonna take it down all the way back down to your blue square. And once you do that, you're going to pull that tight. And you're going to do one more, only one more square stitch on top of that to make it tight. And that is it. Oh my gosh, you won't go through there. Like, what's wrong? Trying to pull that tight. And you finish your wing. That's your wing. You're done with that wing. So you basically have to do this exact same thing all over again 3 more times. And like I said, I've already done my wings. So here's my other wing that I'm matching it up with. Oh wait, that's not matching. So never mind. You're still going to do 2 more square stitches. Oh my gosh. Like I said, you do a schematic. Because this is getting ridiculous. Because you saw that was shorter. You don't want that. Okay, like I said, now you're done with your wings. So you're essentially going to do that for 3 more times. So anyways, that doesn't match. I give up. Okay, yeah, so that matches. You know, so you're going to have your wings. For some reason, this ring looks crooked. I don't know why. Why do you look crooked, ring? You're being ridiculous. It's probably because I didn't pull it tight enough. But anyways, you're going to have your wings side by side. And like I said, you want it so the strings is coming out on the opposite sides. One in the side closest to you and the side furthest away from you. So what you're going to do is you're going to connect your wings together. So you're going to take the string, whichever one, you know, it doesn't really matter. It's on the side furthest away from you. Pull that across. Pull the other side across. You're just going to hold them together. It's kind of a little bit difficult because you're holding 2 projects together. And you're just going to weave it through like you would be doing a super brick. Then this string right here, I don't know if you can really see it, but the string next to the string you just wove through on the other side, let's weave that through. String on the inside on the right hand side one, weave that through. Oh, this one's dropping down for no particular reason. String on the outside of the left hand one. You're going to weave that through. This thing is super short right now. Why are you so super short? Then the string that's closest to you on the left hand wing. Going to weave that through. And then the string that is furthest away from you on the left hand wing, you're going to weave that through. If I can get this thing to stay, stop being retarded. So you're going to weave that through and you're just going to pull that tight. I know it's just like a jumble of strings. It's just like everywhere. Okie doke. Okay. Pull. Your wings are going to try to crisscross because they're not stable right now. But you should have something that looks like this. And this is where I got confused with the square stitch. Now you're only going to do 1 more super brick. Make sure your strings aren't crooked. But you're going to just basically do the stitch again. I'm going to pull this tight. So there we go. I have my 2 sets of wings, but you'll just have 1 set. And make sure that the wings are, you know, matched up, or cut a corner, whichever way you want it. I want mine matched up. But yeah, so that's my 2 sets of wings. So now I'm going to clip these strings off, because I already clipped them off to all the other ones. So I take my fingernail clippers. And so you try to get as close to quick as you can, and you want to make sure you're cutting the right string, because if you cut the wrong string, whole project is messed up. You know, you're going to have to start all the way over. And believe me, I've done this before, so please just pay attention to what you're cutting. And there we go, you're done with your wings. So essentially now what you're going to do is you're going to be starting your cobra stitch, which I don't know if I have enough string for it. Okay, so I mean, you really don't need that much string for a cobra stitch anyways. But I'm just going to use yellow as my inside. I'm just going to use my scraps that I just cut off. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming you know how to start a cobra stitch. But this one's going to be solid. My other one wasn't solid. So most of the time my stitches don't look like this. I most of the time start them with a knot or something and then cut the knot off. Anyways, alright. So basically what you do with the cobra stitch is you, it's kind of like a telephone cord or zip, or whatever you want to call it, but you put your string, your main string, the color that you want your cobra stitch to be, which I'm assuming, like I said, you already know how to do a cobra stitch, hopefully, and you're gonna put this string in front, and then you're gonna take this string, your side on your left hand, you're gonna scoop it under, and then put it through the loop. You're essentially just tying knots over and over again, essentially. And to do a regular cobra stitch, you're gonna switch sides, basically. So now you're gonna do on this side the same exact thing. You want to make sure your strings are not turnt or anything, because it'll make it look really weird. So yeah, so I'm gonna finish my cobra stitch and I'll be back. Like I say, it should look a little bit like this. And you want your cobra stitch to probably be about this length, right here, maybe about the length of your wings, a little bit more maybe of how tall your wings are, maybe about this tall, so the head can stick off. But I'll just show you when I get back, because it's easier. Okay, so I just finished my cobra stitch, and this one's a little short because I ran out of string. Don't blame me. I'm not prepared. So anyways, what you're gonna do is you're gonna, where you just ended this cobra stitch, you're gonna basically do super cobra or king cobra or whatever, just cobra on top of the cobra. And I'm just gonna have to use another string because, like I said, this is not enough string. But normally you would just do just use the string you just used. But I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna use another string. And maybe you can do about 8 king cobras on top of the cobra. And so I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I just did my cobra, and I did about, let's see, maybe about 8, 9, 10 maybe, or something like that. And then since I didn't really think the head was big enough, I went back, I turned it back over and did another cobra on top of that cobra. So I did super king cobra, I guess, or whatever. But so I just did that, and you want to leave these out, but the tip of it, if you did your cobra this way, you can just cut that off. You can cut off the strings that you used. What I like to do is I like to tie it behind. I like to do like maybe one like reverse kind of cobra, and then I burn it behind there. But I'm not gonna burn it right now on camera, so I'm just gonna leave them on there for now. Then essentially what you want to do is you want to get your 2 sets of wings, and you want to cut. You know how to, like, when you're doing the endless bracelet or whatever, you want to just like make it sharp and pointy, like you can feed it through someplace. So you want to do all your strings like that on both sets of your wings. It'll probably take a minute. So I can do that and I'll be back. So after you've done that, you're going to need a thumbtack or something, like a needle, something sharp, something skinny and sharp or whatever. And you're going to take your cobra stitch. You're going to try to, like, these outer pockets of it. I mean, let me know if you figure out a different way to add the wings onto the butterfly, but this is the only way I can think of so far. And you're going to just kind of pry them, hopefully without sticking yourself. Try to loosen them up a little bit. Like more than one of them. Like at least 4 on each side, maybe. Something like that. You want to do this as easily, as gently as possible, because you could break your strings and you don't want to do that. And then you're going to take one set of your wings, and you want to make sure your strings are as tight, because somehow mine's loosened up a little bit. Maybe because I did these wings like a long time ago. So you want to make them tight, and the 2 insides, the closest on the inside of the wings or whatever, that's mainly what you want to weave through. But okay, so you want to put that to the side of your butterfly. And those ones you kind of loosen up a little bit, you're gonna take the end of the string, you're gonna just pull it through. And you might have to loosen it again because the string is elastic and it will pop back like ain't nothing happened. You might even want to leave the thumbtack in there and pull it up as you're weaving it through. There we go, I got one. Now you need to pull the tip because you might not be able to do it with your finger with your teeth. And I just did that wrong. You want to weave it so the outside strands on the outside of the thing. It's been a while since I did this, so sometimes you have to recut your string because it'll go soft on you and you got anyone to weave through. Oh man. You want to do it straight. You don't want it like messed up or anything like that. You might not even need to do as many strings. You just need to make sure it's anchored. You might not have to do all of them, but you want to make sure that the wings are anchored onto the butterfly, like they're just not going anywhere. You want to kind of take the string on the outside, that's the one up the wing you just did. You want to kind of pull it around and then weave it through this side. So that's what I'm going to do right now, where my thumbtack just went. Come on now. No, I'm using it. So once you get that one, you just want to pull it tight. You want to keep making sure your wings are tight, because otherwise it'll look weird. So you should have something that looks sort of like this. And this video is like running on, so I'm not going to weave both sides of these wings in there. So basically you want to do the same thing with the other side. And I'll be back. Okay, so I just added my other set of wings on there, and like I said, before, I've told you previously, whenever I do projects online, on videos, they always turn out more horrible than the ones I do off camera shy or something, but it should look sort of kind of like this, hopefully a little better. And now I'm not even gonna cut my strings off because I'm already not liking this. I'm probably already gonna do it over, but you can do, I'm probably going to do yellow antennas. So I'm going to do the antennas right now, which is Twisted Cobra, which is super easy. They can be really short. And you're just going to take one individual string that's standing out of here, and you're just going to throw out a Twisted Cobra on top of it. And Twisted Cobra is just like regular Cobra, except for, like I said, you go from the same side the whole time instead of switching sides. So I'm going to do that. It's going to be a little flimsy since you're just doing it on one string. Nah, that did not work out. I thought that was right, but it wasn't. So since I started from the right side, I'm going to have to keep going from the right side. You kind of want to turn it upside down because that's which way you're supposed to be doing it, but yeah. Or you can do your antennas regular Cobra if you want to, but Twisted Cobra just looks better to me. Like I said, here you go messing up. And like I said, I hope you know how to do Twisted Cobra, because I am not doing this whole video over again just so this thing can look better. It's been so long since I did a butterfly. Yep, this is jacking up. Shit, my neck hurts. You're going to keep doing twisted cobra for the length of your antenna, which most of the time they're kind of short. Which, like I said, this is not twisted cobra. But I'm going to just end this video because I'm tired. I can't do it anymore. And it turned out okay-ish. And like I said, you're going to cut off all the excess strings and stuff. And you probably want to tie the ones that you weave through your cobra. You probably want to tie them in the back of the cobra. Because if you just clip them off, it's going to probably unravel. So you want to tie them in the back of the cobra. So I'm just going to let that be, and hopefully it ends up looking a little bit like this, because I'm finna get ready to eat and get ready for the Oscars tonight and stuff, and so I'm finna just let that be. So bye, you guys.